then people fear that, you know. Kim might be an arrogant asshole who probably could push the button, but he won't because he knows that it means the annihilation of him in the same moment. So
Yeah, it's true.
Keep in
Yeah,
mind,
this is
Kim
one of
Jong
these-
Un
Press
is a
press it,
psychopath, pretty
he'll
much.
probably shoot some fucking missiles right back to
Yeah.
destroy his missile, and then another one to blow up North Korea.
yeah, but then we have
Either way,
other
with Kim
problems.
Jong Un, like any battle that started, he's definitely going to take you down with him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he's doing the kamikaze.
Yep.
Again, I don't think that this will happen. In the end, it's just, you know.
It probably won't, but just the idea
Yeah.
that he's like fucking about on it on Twitter, it's like, please.
Yeah. I
Yo,
know.
real talk. I didn't think that Donald Trump account was real.
Well, we all
It's real.
thought about it.
I
because
wish
it's-
it wasn't real.
I
Yeah.
thought that was a joke account. I'm like, oh, it's a joke account of Donald Trump. Like, it seems pretty funny. And I was like, this is way too funny to be
No.
real.
It's actually our leader.
Oh, hey, Bao.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We were talking about the Fred Durst tweet that you retweeted and how fucking amazing it was.
It's the end of days. End of days.
Puppy paw. Nice to
Yeah.
have you in the stream.
When Fred Durst is the voice of reason, you know shit's fucked.
All right, guys. We are here another Sunday. Random Sunday for us to be here for HPMP, the JRPG podcast. We got some of the usual suspects here. Well, pretty much all the usual suspects for the most part. Appreciate you guys coming out on this Sunday. It's cold as hell where I live. It's cold as hell in my room right now. I'm fucking freezing.
Still snow on the ground here.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all don't want to talk about cold.
Yeah, it's too cold. Yeah. All right, so let's just start out with introductions. Go ahead, Nightmare.
Well, it's Nightmare Alpha, your boy that has back in the video business, and I think the next thing I'm going to do is review a shoot 'em up with waifus.
Most shoot 'em ups have rifles nowadays.
I mean,
The question is what? The question is more, what shoot 'em up doesn't have waifus these days?
Go ahead, Souls.
Hey, Souls is here. Always happy to do another one of these HPMP podcasts. And I'm sure this is going to be a good one. Oh, and also, is that you, Blake, with the Miku picture?
Yeah, what's popping?
Oh, dang, I didn't know that was you. How on earth did you get a GIF for?
Don't worry about it.
Do you really want to know?
I guess not right now.
Go ahead, Shintai.
Hey, what's up? It's Shintai. You know what's up.
Bao.
Hey guys, Bowser Carriger here. Happy to be here as always. Hope you enjoy.
And Blake, go ahead.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's me, Westtown HD, here again on the HPMP podcast. It's a pleasure to be around. Hope we have a great podcast, guys. Thanks for coming out. Doki Doki Literature Club is Satan itself. Moving on.
I'm just mad how you have Asa as a freaking avatar.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know, man. I should be worried about it.
Don't worry about it.
You worried about?
Alrighty, people. So HBMP podcast episode 23. If you're here live viewing it, thank you for coming out. Hit that like button. If you're just sitting there in the chat lurking around, or if you're listening to it after we're done and it's sitting on the channel, just hit that like button. You know, help us all. It helps us all out. Okay. So we're gonna get into these topics, but first, as usual, let's get around to see what everybody's playing right now, what games, what JRPGs everybody's playing. So go right ahead, Blake.
Well, yesterday I streamed Galgun, and that was an interesting game. On my way, almost completed Super Robot Wars V, and Xenoblade is still there for me. I'm still trying to run through that.
Souls.
I actually just got done with what was it? Sonic Mania. I had it. I never got a chance to finish it last year, but yeah, I just beat that game. I'm gonna move on to something else. I gotta figure out what. Actually, no, I'm actually waiting until Digimon to come out. So yeah.
Okay. Bao.
Still playing Xenoblade, but honestly, I'm over 100 hours into it, so slightly burned out. So I'm kind of like playing that and a few other games here and there. But more or less just passing time until Digimon and Monster Hunter come out this month.
Yeah, 100 hours is a lot. I don't blame you for getting burned out.
Shintai, what are you playing?
Well, it's not a JRPG, but I did recently beat AM2R, which is a remake of Metroid 2. That was really good. But also just started playing Final Fantasy V.
Nice.
For the first time, or
No, the thing is, I tried playing Final Fantasy V before, but I got kind of bored with it. And the reason was because I was playing it like a normal Final Fantasy game, and I wasn't really utilizing the job system to its fullest. So I decided, like, I'm going to try and go back to it. I picked back up where I left off, which it's a little confusing because I'm trying to like remember like what the fuck happened. But it's not really a complicated story, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
and
that's
I've
what I
been
remember.
switching up how I played the game, where I'm switching classes here and there, and I'm leveling them all up so that I can utilize all the different abilities from the different classes. And now I feel like, okay, this is how the game was meant to be played. Because I was trying to just like, okay, I'm gonna set up like a standard team, and they're just gonna level up, those skills for those classes, and that's kind of a boring way to play. So I feel now I'm playing the game the way it was meant to, and I'm having a lot more fun with it. I have like white mages that are like punching dudes like monks, like crazy shit like that, and it's like, oh, this is awesome.
kind of even forgot how to play Final Fantasy V. It's been such a long time since I actually played it.
It's mixing matching job systems. It's pretty fun. It's like Bravely Default.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Nightmare, what are you playing, bro?
I don't know.
Well, this week I was a bit on with XCOM 2 again because I finally have to finish this game one day or not. But let's just say that my run didn't work so well. I mean, me losing 12 guys in 6 missions is not good. Not for me, at least.
Jesus. Did
Yeah.
you like use like the same units over and over, or did you just like one dies, you just get a new one? And you're like,
No, usually I don't use the same ones because they get hurt, they need rest and something like that. I try to rotate, but this time it didn't work. There was a lot of things going wrong. For example, a purifier exploded right in my face. That was dumb. I didn't expect that. I lost some of my stealth units because I didn't know that marking targets actually uncovers you. A lot of dumb shit happened to me, so that's kind of sad. But I'm getting back into the game, No problem about that. No problem about that.
okay. Right now I'm currently playing going hardcore on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I think I'm gonna finish it. Just go hard and then finish it. There's a couple of things about the game that's kind of crazy. Like every time I see somebody talk about the game or I watch somebody play the game and they're playing it in Japanese, I feel like I'm missing out because the English dub is just that and there's just there's almost no feeling in some of the cutscenes, which we need a lot of feeling in when somebody's yelling or something like that. I've also been spoiled a lot because some people on YouTube don't know what a spoiler is when they're making their videos. And I'm not going to spoil anything myself, but when a certain character shows up and they look a little different,
Questions are asked.
Yeah, exactly. You start asking questions like, well, what's going on? And then, I don't know. I'm not going to call out anybody.
You shouldn't have asked questions.
Well, I'm looking up a how-to video. You would think a how-to video wouldn't reveal spoilers at all. But no, somebody had to put up a certain blade, and then I got spoiled for that, which is crazy because I could make the same how-to video as well and not spoil anything. But these people are just not thinking, and they're just going at it just to basically eat off the Xenoblade hype train, striking while the iron's hot. And that kind of gets to me sometimes. And some of their information is kind of wrong sometimes. They have to actually correct themselves in the description of the video or in the comment section. So it's kind of crazy how fast people are trying to get out this information.
I'm surprised I've been able to avoid spoilers thus far. The only thing that's really been spoiled to me, which isn't something that I really cared too much about, was a form change of someone. No spoilers, of course, but...
Yeah, I got spoiled for all that. I'm surprised. Like, if anything happened to the story that I'm surprised about, I'm going to be shocked.
I've gotten spoiled on a few things, but I don't think it's anything that like is all that meaningful, or at least not anything that's like that ruined that I would think would ruin the story.
I think you'll know you've been spoiled if you see it. You'll definitely know.
I'm
I
mostly
actually have
been
to
spoiled
stop
like
posting
one.
screenshots because my party itself is just a spoiler. So also I might like little play-by-play tweets have just come to a screeching halt because I don't want to spoil people.
Like I know
so
that
wait,
one
after a certain point, like just your party is going to be a spoiler, right?
later on,
Basically.
and I'm like, that's probably no big deal.
Okay.
I mean, it's purely cosmetic for the most part, but it can give you an inkling of what might happen. So I just avoided it.
Okay. See, you're a good man, Bob. I appreciate that. Okay.
Once you see those spoilers, though, it's just don't forget me over and over again.
That's terrible.
I think I mostly been spoiled like on Rare Blades. I don't even care. I just want to see them all.
Don't forget me.
You can take me.
Let me ask you guys a question real quick. For spoilers, let's just say a game is about to come out, and the showcase is between two characters in the game. Let's just call them Dante and Virgil, just so you guys can have a picture. It's Dante and Virgil, and they're fighting each other in the trailers. You know that Virgil, he's going to be the final boss of the game because pretty much the trailer hints at that. So is that a spoiler if somebody makes a video on YouTube and says final boss Virgil and it got a thumbnail with a picture of Virgil? Is that a spoiler?
I think that's confirming it.
Technically, it's a spoiler, but I think that depends on the person looking at it. Like if you've seen all the trailers and stuff, then you don't care. But if you're someone trying to go in blind, then maybe.
First off, no one gives a fuck about the story in Devil May Cry.
I was just picking those two characters for example. That's all I was doing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You don't want to. It's not important who's the boss. You just want to fight the boss. That's the important experience here. That's the point.
I know you're just using them as placeholders, but I was just like, man, no one gives a fuck. I will say that just because trailers may hint at like, oh, this is probably the final boss. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to turn out that way. You may play the game and it may be hinting at like, oh yeah, this might be the final boss, but then you play it and it's like, oh, it's actually someone else. So I don't think it's right to even confirm it. Like, yeah, okay, this is the final boss because, you may have gone in and thought like, it might have not been that way, and then it's like, oh, okay, I guess it is. But regardless, it's still a spoiler.
Yeah, anytime I see something like that, a trailer done that way, I never really go in thinking like watching a trailer saying, "Oh, is this the final boss?" And I never really think of it that way whenever I'm watching a trailer. So,
okay, so
especially when I don't know exposition or something.
Let me do another example of an actual game here. Cuphead, don't make a deal with the devil. We know that you're gonna fight the devil, and if someone put the devil as the final boss in their thumbnail as a type of title on a YouTube video, is that a spoiler? It says it right in the title of the game.
Because it's part of the premise.
Specifically for Cuphead, no, because that feels like the premise of the game to get to the devil.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
Okay.
Just don't care so much for spoilers. After all, you are the guy who came to a conclusion that could be considered a spoiler for Persona 5 in your Let's Play, in your playthrough. Think about that.
That's true.
So, and I think that's the point. So, I don't know. I think the best part about each game is playing them. If you know what happens, fine. That doesn't change the gameplay. That doesn't change how difficult it is.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, it's like, how certain games are going to end. Like, most Mario games are going to have you fight Bowser at the end. So you know what's going to happen.
So that's spoiler if somebody says final boss Bowser. That's not a spoiler, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's technically a spoiler, but who cares about that?
But, like, with Mario especially, like, that's a series where Bowser is usually the final boss.
Like it's awesome at that point. So
it has an established way of doing things.
It'd be weird if Bowser isn't the boss.
What if like Bowser has a different form? Like let's just say he transformed into a huge dinosaur, like dragon, some type of creature.
Dinosaur
somebody says, "Oh, the final boss, the dragon appears in the thumbnail," and then the fucking title of the video says "Final Form Bowser Mario," whatever. Is that a spoiler?
Okay, fair enough. Like if he has some form we hadn't seen before, and that gets spoiled, then that's kind of shitty. And you'd want to keep that more of a secret.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Mario, chances are we're gonna beat him up at the end.
All right. I just wanted to get that through because a lot of people don't know what spoilers are. Like,
I mean, to be fair, you make a good point. I just remembered that Super Mario 3D World, they did give him, I'm not going to spoil it here, but yeah, they do give him a final form in that game, which is different from how it normally is. And yeah, I guess I wouldn't want to spoil that because, you'd like to get there yourself and see it for yourself.
yeah, exactly. Some people don't understand that you just want to see stuff for yourself. Like even if it's just a cosmetic change, we don't want to see it happen in the game. But when you know that this character's going to change his clothes or change his form soon, it's kind of a spoiler. But some people don't.
When you put something like that significant in the thumbnail, it's just asking to be spoiled.
I mean, I would put Mario in the thumbnail. It's a Mario game. I put Mario in the thumbnail. But there are stupid people that even that would consider a spoiler. Because no, Mario is in a Mario game. What a twist. But yeah, people don't know that. People also don't know what plot is, so what the fuck do I care?
All right, so let's get into this most anticipated games of 2018. Doesn't have to be a JRPG. If you guys just have regular old games, you guys can just name those. Is there anybody that wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
So this month alone, like I said earlier, I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter World and the new Digimon game. I think I'm excited for Ni no Kuni. I honestly haven't seen most of the trailers, but yeah, I think I'm gonna probably get that day one. Detroit Become Humans on my radar.
Ew.
Super Robot Wars X, and hopefully we get a Fire Emblem game this year, even though we haven't seen a trailer for it yet. And it's more or less it. I guess Kingdom Hearts, but I'm not the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan, so I'm just there for the gameplay, honestly.
Alrighty. Nightmare?
My list is pretty long because I decided to look at all of the games that have a confirmed 2018 release. That's important because Detroit Becomes Human has, for example, not a confirmed release date for 2018, but it's
Hasn't that been confirmed for like a couple of years, like 2 years now or something like that?
I don't know. It can change. All subject to change, and I did not. Also, I'm not so sure about that anyway. So whatever. So
I mean, it's David.
I made more than one category. I have games I'm interested in. I have games that I'm kind of interested in, and I have games that I'm like, why do you release them in the first place? So let's go through these. The Yakuza style Fist of North Star game interests me very much because that's a very good fit. Then Valkyria Chronicles 4, of course, the best thing because finally the sentence "Winter is coming" makes sense. It's not just a platitude. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, because, come on, can I resist an Arc System Works fighting game? No.
Yes.
Never. So, Dynasty Warriors 9, I want to see what they do with the franchise. Nice. The new Under Night and Birth game is coming. That's just an update, and, I'm for that. Then we have Battletech and MechWarrior 5, because they're basically both in the same universe. I love that, because I think we should get back into classic Western mech action, because that's a thing that's not anymore, And we have Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. That's nice. That's great because for the first time, Ruby will have actual good art style and good writing. Yay!
Okay, Ruby does have. It has good. Like you have to look at the later seasons. Like
it looks
4 and 5. They look like legit, like completely.
Nah, still not thinking that, but hey, whatever. Just steal my assets from my goddamn porn games. Who I care. Then we have the Call of Cthulhu game. That's just more an interested title because I'm not sure what comes about that. I have seen what Cthulhu titles look like, and some of them are just shit. Then Darksiders 3, because finally, but whoa, keep it slow, bro. Keep it slow.
Oh, that's my phone hitting my keyboard.
Yeah. Then System Shock. I want to see what they do with that because it comes from Arcane Studios, and I think from the way that Prey looked like, it's a good game. So that looks good. And of course, Tropico 6, that nobody cares for me but me. Nobody cares over than me because I think that the 5th title was a disgrace, and I think the 6th can fix that. So then games, I'm just more or less like, yeah, but man, that's more Soul Calibur 6. It comes, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
wow, Soul Calibur 5 was such a bad game comparatively. So hope they improve and don't and go for a mess because I
What's
accepted
the best Soul Calibur game?
free. I say free, but most people say 2.
Because of Link.
I liked 3.
3
The
was
Chronicles
very
of
good.
the
Actually.
Sword side thing was pretty cool. It
That was
kind
the
of
one
like
with,
a strategy game with the fighting
on,
mechanics.
Zelda Link or something like that. And
No,
then,
that was
I think it
the
Two.
second one.
Yeah.
it's like, damn, that was
No,
for
yeah,
GameCube?
the second one had
Christ.
Yep.
Yeah, they had
That's
this
why
kind
a lot of
thing.
people like that one because it had Link in it.
It's this game was so good because it was the first time multi-platform was attempted right because every game on every platform had a special character
Yep.
just to that specific copy, and that was great. That was a good idea. A lot of people like Link. I think Link is a bit cheap, but hey, whatever. And then we go to my dishonorable mentions because I have these too.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'm thorough.
Yeah,
okay?
he did his homework on this one.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here waiting. I'm like, when's my fucking turn?
I was about to say.
Everybody
You
took
get
it.
after me. You get after me. I will shut my trap while doing that. Okay. So dishonorable mentions goes to Street Fighter V Arcade Edition because who cares at this point? The Shadow of a Colossus re-release again. Who cares? God
Me?
fucking
Fuck you.
Guys, you gotta get
There's a lot of
No,
people.
no, no,
that
no,
care
no,
about
no,
that.
no. Let me explain this. You have your copies. This is the third release of this game. If you haven't played it until now, there is no goddamn reason to buy it again.
Oh,
That's
shit.
what I say. Okay? You had your chance, and I think it's not hard. You can emulate it with very good patches if you want to. You can play it on PlayStation free. I don't know why we have to go do it again. That's
Maybe
why it is.
people haven't played in years and just want to play it again.
Good game, and
Well,
there's nothing
well,
wrong.
I never played it, so I'll
Played the
definitely
first
check
time
it out.
around. Giving them another chance.
I mean, it's the same premise for
Let's-
remasters and remakes. They're just ported in better graphics.
I just say that for me, I think that's not an acceptable thing to do if it's the third time you're doing this. Anyway, let's go on. We have Metal Gear
Street Fighter
Survive.
says hi, but
Again, so let's move on. We have Metal Gear Survive because Metal Gear and zombies. Yeah, that's now a thing. Fuck Konami.
I actually want to see that game. That game actually looks pretty. Well, I like zombie games, so that's the only reason.
I just want to see what kind of train wreck it'll turn out to be.
Without Hideo Kojima.
Well, Kojima is not the essential formula element for a good Metal Gear game. Anyway,
isn't?
no, I think no, he's mostly the writer and director, but that doesn't help. I mean, look at Metal Gear Solid 4 and how many cutscenes
Alright,
this game has.
Yeah, Metal
Let's get back on track, people. Let's get back on track. Come on.
So, then the Devil May Cry HD collection. I don't know why this is released again, because it's already available for basically all platforms, so why again?
Because
Don't know
now we
why.
can have it on Steam.
Yep. I'll be buying it again.
I'll probably get it.
I thought it was already on Steam, but okay.
It's
No,
a crappy
It's
version.
actually not.
Well,
There is
whatever.
a Steam version of Devil May Cry 3, but it's horribly shitty
It
and
is
broken.
terrible.
Well,
I couldn't even hook my
Worst
360 controller up to
I've
it.
ever seen in my life.
It is garbage.
So I know you about that keyboard life though.
Man, that's only you. That's only you.
again, let's move on. Then we have Attack on Titan 2 because we need a second game of that. I have still not yet get the first one to
I actually
run
haven't played the
on
first one
any
yet either,
system.
and I want to. I think it's on sale at Best Buy for like $20. I may check it out.
Well, that makes it a thing. Anyway, the PC port of Final Fantasy 15.
No, I want that. I want that.
Still trash.
Yeah, you just want it for the 60 frames that you know what you're not getting.
Basically, yeah, you're probably right. I ain't gonna lie, you're probably
Yeah.
right. Square Enix sucks.
And
Is
finally
there a
we
term for people like you, like a frame whore or something?
yeah, proud
Frame
frame
rate.
war. I got like a nice little mantle of it too. You know? I'm proud of that shit.
He has a
Um,
I don't
man.
know if that's something to be proud of.
okay.
But you do you, fam. You do you.
Yeah. And finally, we have Harvest Moon: Light of Hope that we have already seen crash and burn in the early access. Why this thing exists boggles my mind.
We have Stardew Valley.
Yes, we have Stardew Valley. We don't need that. And there is Story of Seasons that's actually Harvest Moon, and nobody cares or knows about it.
Okay. So before we move on to the next person, there's a couple of you guys watching. If you could just hit that like button, that'd be really cool. Helps out the channel, helps out the other channels as well.
Hit that like button, or I'm coming after you.
Seriously, it's not that hard. Hit the like button. So who wants to volunteer to go next?
Also,
Alright,
can I react to something first? The chat is talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is not coming this year, pals. Just
You out of your goddamn mind.
It
It's
could.
coming out this year. Get the
Maybe-
fuck out
I
of
mean,
here.
it's
Episode
episodic, so maybe we could get one episode at the end
Exactly.
of the year.
Yeah, it could happen.
But it's
Yeah,
spoilers,
I
so
don't-
You don't want the smoke,
realistically,
right?
no.
I don't think so. I mean, it would be nice, but I don't think so.
So
I'll go next.
go ahead.
All right, yeah. So I made a top 5 games I'm most hyped for this year. So I'll read off that list. So first, and these are in no particular order, by the way. So the first one's going to be Dragon Ball Fighters. That game looks absolutely hype. I can't wait to check that game out. And it's pretty casual. So if you're not really into fighters, it's really easy to get into. The next one is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hackers Memory. Again, can't wait for that. Number 3 is Spider-Man for the PS4. That game looks awesome. I don't like the character designs. I think Peter Parker looks like a weird dad or something, and I don't really like Miles Morales'
Bro,
design.
he is a weird dad.
He's not my dad. Anyway, I think the game looks really fun. And plus I just love me Spider-Man games, and this one, it looks like it's going to be following that same path. Number 4 is Project Octopath Traveler. If you have not played the Switch demo, then I highly suggest it. And once you do, you'll see why that is one of my most hyped games. That game is looking really awesome. And number 5 is a surprise to me, and probably will be a surprise to you. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. I know it's a Sword Art Online game, but it looks like a lot of fun. It's like an anime.
bad. The gameplay I saw in your video.
It's like a
Yeah.
better Destiny 2.
Yeah, it looks really fun. It looks like it'd be a fun game to play with your friends. So
I'm actually interested in that game too. So because it looks like Freedom World on the Vita.
yeah. I think the same developers behind Freedom Wars is working on this game.
Okay, yeah, because I enjoy Freedom Wars a lot, and as much as I hate SAO, I'm there for the gameplay. So gameplay's good.
It takes place during for the most part, the time I liked Sword Art Online, the first half of the second season with Gun Gale Online. So
I hated Gun Gale on.
I like the first half. I liked the first half. I
If
didn't
you
really
liked
like how
it, you
it
only
ended,
if you
but-
liked it, you only liked it because of Sinan's ass.
After I saw season 1 of SAO, I'm like, I'm done. Fuck this fucking bullshit.
Hey, if everything fails with this game, at least we can make a suicide joke about the title.
That's true. But those are my top 5. I do want to throw some honorable mentions. I think One Piece World Seeker, that looks pretty interesting. I just need to see a little bit more from it. What else? There's something else, but I can't remember it right now. But whoever wants to go next, you can go next.
Just real quick, One Piece World Seeker. I have no faith in that game. I have no faith in anime-based games for the most part, except for Dragon Ball FighterZ Z. But I can't see that game being any good. I just don't. Has any video of the game appeared, or has it just been?
There's like a big chunk of gameplay. It looks like it looks like the most different One Piece game we've had in a minute. Like they're really going single player style with it. It looks interesting. I just need to see more from it because I don't know what's going on. It's just Luffy climbing ledges, doing some sneaking, some Assassin's Creed stuff. Like,
okay, Shintai, you want to go?
Sure. So I'm really excited for Yakuza 6, which should come to no surprise.
I can't
I
believe
mean, that game looks like it's going to be awesome. It looks like they're messing around with the leveling system, like they kind of do that with all the games. Like all the games have varying level systems, and with this one, it looks like they're making it so that food has an impact on your stats, which that sounds really interesting. I'm I'm not sure exactly how it works because I haven't looked too much into it, but it sounds like a cool system. And they also changed the combat in it. I'm gonna miss the style switching from Yakuza 0 and Kiwami. I was a huge fan of that. So I'm a little sad to see it go. But at the same time, the combat also looks really hefty in 6, which I'm digging that. I like the really organic look to the combat in 6. I'm also looking forward to Dynasty Warriors 9 because they're going to make it open world, and I'm still trying to wrap my brain around that. Like, how is that going to work? I
Is it
don't
like
know.
Warriors open
Is it
world?
like
That
a
sounds
looting
interesting.
system where you can like get different equipment and create your own character? Or
I don't know. I don't know how they're
that would be
gonna
pretty
do
cool.
it.
Let's just wait and see what happens.
Because
That's my attitude. I'm like, that sounds cool. It's either going to be really cool and interesting,
Or really
or-
bad.
or really lame, and it's just going to feel like every other Muso game, but it takes like half an hour for your next mission, and it's going to suck.
just
So,
because I like really like the character creating thing in Samurai Warriors 4 Part 1, and it'd be cool if they did something like that.
yeah, Samurai Warriors 4 was awesome. So I'm hoping it plays like that because that game was great.
Mm-hmm.
Still need to play that.
Samurai Warriors
that's a
4 is
fun game.
awesome. Yeah, Samurai Warriors 4 2 is technically a little better, but it lacks the character customization that the first one had. Like the first one had this whole mode where you could create your own character and you can like go on adventures and stuff. They took that out in 4.2, which is kind of lame. But then 4.2 has like all these other improvements that makes the game more fun to play. So, whatever. Both are good.
Yep.
Let's see. Unlike Nightmare, I'm looking forward to the Shadow of the Colossus remake, but that's because Shadow of the Colossus is like in my top 10 favorite games of all time. So another excuse to play it again. I mean, whatever.
You don't need an excuse to play it, I guess.
Are you
Hey,
gonna platinum it?
I just want to play it again, and this is gonna have better graphics. So
Let's see if it runs as shit as it always did.
See, and that's the thing, though. I'm kind of hoping this will finally be the definitive version because the PS2 version runs like shit. The HD version tried to fix that, but then they fucked with the physics. So now I'm hoping, like, okay, can we have a version that both plays well and doesn't have shitty physics? So let's, fingers crossed that this will be the definitive version of the game, and we could forget about the other two versions.
All right.
Let's see. I'm also looking forward to Ni no Kuni 2. I kind of bounced off the first Ni no Kuni. The combat didn't really do it for me, but they're adding action RPG combat to this one, which really has me intrigued.
Yeah, I'm liking that too. Like a lot of people are turned off by that, but I actually really like that.
Wasn't the first one pretty much an action RPG?
Not really. It had it was like a real time
turn-based type of.
Yeah, kind of like Dragon Age, Final Fantasy 12 kind of combat.
Oh, okay. It's been a while since I played it. I didn't want to play it. It wasn't interesting to me.
Yeah, I want to go back and give it another chance though, because it feels like it has everything in a game that I would like. But for whatever reason, I just kind of bounced off it. But the sequel looks like they took criticism to heart and they're making like a big improvement. So sequel looks really good to me. And yeah, I'd say that's it.
Okay. Blake?
Yeah, so my list isn't as long as Nightmares, but I got to look on the
No one is.
So yeah, of course, Monster Hunter World got my pre-order that paid off. Super excited for that. Detroit Become Human has my interest. Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers is supposed to be coming out sometime this year, and that looks like it has potential to be fun, but it's also looking kind of jank. Anthem is supposed to come out in autumn, and that also has my attention.
Oh yeah, that does. That's the one where they look like Iron Man flying around, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to be online multiplayer and stuff, but EA has their hands in it. After Battlefront 2, I don't trust it. So the new Blaze Blue game is looking pretty cool. I just recently got into Galagun, so Galagun 2 for the Switch. Use that HD rumble like they did with the Simmering Kagura game, please.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
Trying to
I'm
slap
just saying,
legs and thighs.
Shadow, I know you got to switch. I know. I'm just saying.
You trying to slap thighs?
Also, this isn't really a game, but do you guys remember when they told us there was going to be a whole new story mode for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as DLC or something along those lines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to that as well. Maybe it'll be like a new story if it'll actually make me want to play the game again. The Wolf Among Us 2, the first one was phenomenal. Second one's probably going to be as good, hopefully, maybe. And then there was Wargrove. You guys probably haven't heard of that game. It's like Advance Wars or Famicom.
Oh,
Ones,
yeah,
what
yeah,
have you.
yeah.
Oh,
The indie
okay.
on the
Switch.
Yeah.
I forgot
supposed to be
about it,
coming out.
actually.
So it's coming out
Me
the
too.
spring, and it looks really interesting because I was a huge fan of the Advance Wars series. And then probably my most anticipated game of the year so far is Super Robot Wars X, just because I'm a huge Super Robot Wars fan. Blame Bao.
Terrible. All right. That's everybody except for me. So I'm gonna go here. Mr. JRPG God.
What's the god looking forward to?
Let's see. I'm gonna have to. I'm a little bit disappointed. I didn't see anybody mention Dragon Quest 11, but I'm definitely looking forward to.
Ah,
Dragon
damn, I
Quest
forgot
11.
about that. I knew it was
That
Forgot
game looks
about
so
it.
good. I'm gonna have to play it twice on the PS4 in the retro style on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Gotta get a new 2DS, but I still haven't gotten around to that. Anyway, but yeah, that game looks like fire. I'm gonna have to go with also Legend of Heroes Cold Steel 3. I haven't played Cold Steel 2 just yet, but I will when it eventually comes out on PC. Hopefully that happens before Cold Steel 3 releases in English in the
Wait,
States.
has Cold Steel 3 gotten a release date or?
No.
No, it hasn't, but it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 80% sure. I'm looking forward to Project Octopath Traveler. The retro style vibe, the graphics, the actual story is actually pretty good too. That'll just be like probably the next game I play on my Switch because after I'm done with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Switch is collecting dust.
But Galagan too.
Yeah, somebody give me that for free. Valkyria Chronicles 4, definitely gonna need to play that. You guys know I love the Valkyria Chronicles franchise, played all of them like crazy, and 4 just looks like more Valkyria Chronicles 1. But I honestly think people are going to be a little bit disappointed because I don't think a lot of people play Valkyria Chronicles 1 all that much. I mean, I know it's so like crazy on PC, on Steam, and I think it did a good amount of numbers on the PS4, but a lot of people aren't going to remember that the game is slow. It's a strategy game, and it's going to take a while to complete some of the maps, especially some of the later maps, which you're probably going to have between a 30 minutes to an hour. So if you fuck up, you're probably going to have to restart the whole map over again. But Ni no Kuni 2. I didn't play Ni no Kuni 1 because I did not like playing as a little kid. And I didn't like the way the little kid looked. So I was like, nah, I'm not no little kid. I'm not no little pump bitch. I ain't playing this.
Wow.
So I
You're
decided-
doing this.
Wow.
Have you playing as kids? What the fuck?
Are you serious? Are you serial?
And this man goes around Xenoblade running around as a Rex.
I don't know. Rex looks pretty cool to me. Rex looks way cooler.
I will admit,
Plus, Rex don't look like he just came out the damn womb.
Ni no Kuni does.
Rex looks like a punk bitch.
And
Okay, and the kid from Ni no Kuni's defense, he's actually very mature for his age.
Yeah, he's still like
You
7.
can tell because he's speaking a British accent.
I mean, to be fair, I guess Ni no Kuni, like when you do play, it does feel like you're playing a Disney movie.
That,
Which
But
is
it
a
is
good thing.
no, it's
I
a
don't
good
mind
thing.
that. I just don't want to play as a kid, as a 5-year-old kid with a stick. Like I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Hey, that stick is powerful.
dude. It's part of the
I mean, it's pretty much a magic
whimsical charm thing. Come on.
You seem
Nah,
right.
Ni no Kuni 2 looks a little bit more like something that I would play right up my alley with the characters.
Dude, are you not down with Ghibli?
I'm down with Ghibli. I just don't like when it comes to games. I want to play as a certain person in my games. I just don't.
Busty lady, yeah.
I can neither confirm or deny that.
so the real reason you play Rex is because Pyre's attached to her?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm not playing as Rex or Nia for the most part.
So can you not play any RPG where you control a kid like Pokemon?
That's a different case because I've been playing Pokemon since I was a kid.
I don't know,
Still
man. It sounds like a bunch of
That's-
bullshit.
Sounds
to
like a
me.
cop out answer to me.
Wait, hold on. Did you skip the beginning of Tales of Graces?
This is true.
Yeah, it was hard to get through that. I was like, fuck, can I please get
That was like my
the
favorite
concept
part.
already? And then they were sworn about friendship.
They're so like energetic and they're so full of life and character. I actually like them more as kids compared to when they grew up, and they grew up kind of boring.
I like how their arts are even a kiddie version of their new ones.
I'm also looking forward to the Dragon's Crown Pro. I'm gonna have to triple dip on that one. Played it on PS4, played it on the Vita, and then I want to play it again on PS4. I think I said PS4, whatever. Anyway,
I think they also said something about a PC release, but I'm not sure about that.
if there's a PC release, I'll probably get on that too.
I gotta pick that back up for the Vita. I gotta finish that.
I'm actually gonna say I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed here because I'm as pessimistic as the next person is about this. But Kingdom Hearts 3, I've been waiting for this game since fucking 2006. Okay,
Fuck, man.
they finally said 2018.
Dang, I just realized it's been that long.
It's been that long, bro. I remember when I got that game.
That hurts.
I remember when my friend drove me over to GameStop because he just got his license. He's like, "Yo, I'll drive anywhere. Let's go." I was all right. Driving to GameStop, get Kingdom Hearts 2. I've been waiting for this game since then. So they finally said 2018, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, Square Enix, you're a bunch of douchebags. You're almost as bad as EA, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt on this one, right? 2018. All right, let's go, Square Enix."
Hey, you hear about them Monsters Inc. leaks? You think that's true?
I thought that was actual video, wasn't it? Or
I just saw pictures.
Yeah, it was just pictures.
oh, so it might not be real.
I hope it's real.
Well, actually,
Cool.
yeah, they got Monster Inc. But in the last one, again, I'm gonna give it to Square Enix on this one. Well, actually, no, they're not gonna come out this year. I was gonna say Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Episode 1 could happen this year.
Probably gonna go with 2019 on that one. Last game here, Ready Historia, Perfect Chronology, whatever. I played it on the DS. I didn't play. I think I got to about the halfway point, and I think something else came out, so I didn't finish it. But I'm definitely looking forward to playing the remaster on the 3DS.
One of the last 3DS games.
That's a topic I actually want to talk about. You guys really think that Nintendo's going to phase out the 3DS?
I think so.
Within the
With
next
Pokemon
2 years,
gone,
yeah.
with Pokemon gone, what's keeping it?
Shoot, as soon as the next Pokemon drop, that's it on the Switch.
Oh yeah, that might be coming out this year.
So you guys honestly believe that this Pokemon game is going to be built from the ground up for Switch? I think it's going to be. It's going to be built from the ground up for Switch, but it's also going to be ported to the 3DS.
No,
I doubt that because
yeah.
an article said that they were using Unreal Engine 4, and I doubt 3DS has used that before.
Oh man, you know what? You may actually be right though, because there's been 2 versions of Pokemon since the dawn of Pokemon. So there could be a 3DS version of it and a Switch version.
But you're implying that this would be a new generation, which I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yeah, I don't think that either. I don't think it's going to be a new generation. I think it's going to be like an XD.
Oh, you think it's going to be a port?
That.
No, just like a
Coliseum,
standalone game like XD or Coliseum.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I think people are hyping this stuff up too much. I don't think Nintendo is ready to go all full-fledged, I guess, next gen on us to...
I think it's too soon for Gen 8.
It's only been 2 years, so...
Yeah, that's true.
But Black 2 White 2 didn't last too long.
Everyone hypes everything up too much.
That's the problem. That's also a problem.
People are
guilty of that.
hyping up the new God of War. People are hyping up fucking like everything. Like every game that comes out, if it's like a AAA release, especially, everyone is just like jizzing all over, and they're like, "Oh my god, what my fucking ever!" Like Jesus Christ!
But wait, I don't know, because a lot of people are saying that God of War, the new game, looks a little bit bad, and I'm like, it looks good to me. What is everybody talking about?
I think it looks awful.
It's rightful for anybody to get hype. I mean, all the God of War games have been good.
At first, I thought the game looks pretty terrible. Like, I did not like the change, but after the Paris game, I think it was the Paris Games Week trailer, it's looking a little bit better, but still, it's just not the same God of War. I hate that little boring axe. Like, an axe is the last weapon I choose.
The axe is so
game.
stupid.
It's so lame.
Why would, like, before he had like a fucking hammer, he had like a lightning spear, obviously the blades of chaos, all these fucking cool, unique, interesting weapons, and now a fucking axe that lights up a little bit.
I would imagine that's the starting weapon, though. I mean, They would just piss people off if that was the only weapon throughout the game. I don't think they're that stupid.
No, I'm sure there's going to be I think it's been confirmed there's going to be different
doesn't matter
weapons.
if
But
it's starting weapon.
still, that's his main weapon, yeah.
So it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth that his signature weapon is a little axe.
It looks so bad. and dumb.
It looks
But
like
the
a
game as a
lumberjack.
whole to me looks wrong.
And
It
that's
doesn't
the
look
other
like a God
problem.
of
It looks
War
like a
game.
lumberjack.
I feel like the only reason it's a God of War game is for marketing reasons, because literally everything else I've seen of the game looks completely un-God of War. The
Doesn't he
only
just
thing
run around
about
with
it
a
that's
kid
God
now?
of War is that the main
Yeah.
character's name is Kratos, and he has Kratos' body paint, and that's it. The guy doesn't even act like Kratos. Nothing about this is God of War.
Well, I guess you
confirmed
could
that
say
this
they said
is
the same thing about
Kratos.
Resident Evil 7.
Of Resident Evil 7.
I mean, Resident Evil 7 didn't look like a traditional Resident Evil game.
But I've actually beaten Resident Evil 7, and I could tell you that the Resident Evil 7 harkens back to the original Resident Evil in a big bad way. That the Baker Estate, the level design is strikingly similar to the Spencer Mansion, and the way that you have to survive is
God of
also
Us.
very similar. The item management, like it's both very different, but also very familiar for Resident Evil fans.
I just wish the game would make sense.
None of the Resident Evil games make sense.
Yeah, but this is the most stretchy we ever got.
I don't really care. Like okay, at first the story kind of interested me, but by the end of it, I was like, okay, this just doesn't make any sense, and I stopped caring. But I thought it was fine. The atmosphere was great, the gameplay was great, the graphics were great, music was great. You know, I thought it was pretty great all around. Towards the end, it does fall apart, but it's
because Super
thought it was
Saiyan
overall
Swamp
good.
people are just stupid.
overall, I thought it was really good. I liked it.
Dad of War.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what I've been calling it. Dad of War.
And there's one more game I forgot to add to my list: Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
get that game.
Never beat the original, so I'm really looking forward to this one.
I didn't play the original because I think at the time I didn't like the way it looks. It looked boring to me. But then I downloaded the emulator, the DS emulator, and I played it. And I was like, "Oh shit, this game is interesting." I was all, "Fuck, I need to play this game." And I was almost diving deep into it. I was like, "Nah, let me wait for the remake to come out on 3DS, and I'll play it then."
Diving deep into Deep Strange Journey.
So can I say real quick in the chat, just to be funny, I put Kingdom Cringe, Birth by Cringe.
Kingdom Cringe.
Birth by Sleep.
Come on.
Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep was a good
I
one.
thought Birth by Sleep was pretty decent.
Yeah, Birth by Sleep was a good one.
I never played Birth by Sleep. I was just fucking around. But
Aw.
someone in the comments wrote the funniest shit where they were like, "You're lucky I live in Florida." I'm like, "Bitch, I live in Florida."
Oh, let's go.
Oh, we about to meet up.
Oh, man. Yo, shit, that tells me the clubs.
What is it?
Oh man. All right, so let me just take you guys' opinion on this. We'll jot it down now, and we'll see how many of us was right.
Mhm.
Kingdom Hearts 3 isn't coming this year.
Yes.
Doubt it.
Yeah, I highly doubt it, or it'll come December 31st.
I mean, look how many times Final Fantasy 15 got delayed,
True.
and that's been in about as in development hell for just as long.
I trust Kingdom Hearts only to have too many belts as usual.
I
Okay.
mean, until they start tweeting out stuff like they do for the Spider-Man games with testers
Yeah.
saying, "I beat the game 3 times already.
Oh
It's
man, I should have
awesome."
called instead of
Teasing
Birth
people.
by Cringe, I should have called it Belt by Cringe.
I think Death by Knife is also nice.
So
Whoa.
nobody here has any faith that Kingdom Hearts 3 is.
Nah, hold up. I'm gonna tell you right now, predicting you right now. It's gonna come out the weekend of July 7th. Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, I note that down.
I do believe it's coming out this year, though.
2 at me.
Yeah.
July
They
7th.
put too much hype around that 2018 at the end of that last trailer for it not to come out. For them to have confidence in it coming out, I should say.
It's
Yeah.
great. We've done this before.
I mean, I'd like for it to come out. I want to fucking finally play this game after
Same.
like more than 10 years, but I just don't have any faith in this company.
Kingdom Hearts was never in development to begin with. All right.
Don't go there.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
I'll be
Kingdom
out.
Hearts is a lie. It's a lie. It's all a lie.
All right. So So gaming is officially a health disorder.
What?
No, it's not.
It's been my health disorder for the last 2 years.
So, as from what I understand it, that you can get like a disability check from
Really?
being classified as a gamer. That's the way I understand it.
I suddenly have
That's
mental trauma.
what? That's the new move this year. That's the new move in 2018. Okay.
I don't know. Who says that? Can you give me a source on that?
I don't know. I don't recommend anyone do that. It's not going to look good when they do a background check on you.
I mean, yeah, by the World Health Organization, they classified gaming as a disorder.
Yeah, I'm reading it now.
Yeah.
Again,
There's
anyone
probably
watching,
already a
please
counter appeal.
don't do it. When you try to get a job and they do a background check on you, that's going to look really bad. Don't do it.
Well, like, I think we all play games a lot, but when it starts interfering with your life and what you're not going to work, or if you're in school, you're not going to school, you're not going to your classes, or if you're in a relationship and you're ignoring your significant other and you're just playing games, like, it's a disorder. And we've seen it before with like World of Warcraft back in the day.
Oh my
People
gosh.
addicted to it, going crazy.
Oh man, I remember that South Park episode.
Man, some people can get easily trapped in Skinner boxes. I know that, but come on.
So reading this article, it says some lady, I'm not pronouncing her name, says that not everyone plays games or addicted to them. It depends on the game, how long and often you play it, and that gaming is a problem when it causes impairment in personal, family, social, educational, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. And that is the case for further study, and most common in males from 12 to 20. So sorry, Blake.
Wow. Wow. Get a call.
So this can't. Damn! I can't fucking classify myself as one. Damn, that sucks. Okay.
Wow. I'm about to get my disability check. Fuck you.
I could never get something like that because, come on, people. There's so many things that are more important than games. I'm pretty sure each of you, if your girlfriend says, I want to go out, you're so after that. No fucking game will ever keep you from going out with them.
I just ain't lie.
I mean, my girlfriend's idea of hanging out is just playing games, so
she's
on that issue.
Like, if she just wants to go out to like dance or go to a club or like go out to get something to eat, I'd rather stay inside.
Wait. Where's the part where you actually get the girlfriend? What about that?
Right now,
I'm still sitting in my parents' basement.
I've been in a relationship in which I'd rather have been home playing games.
Oh, poor Shadow. Well, your disability check is in the post.
I mean, if she says, "Hey, let's go out and you buy me lots of things," I'd be like, "Hell nah."
All right. So yeah, gaming as a disorder. So next topic. Atlas announced a Catherine full body remake.
Oh God, we're going there.
And I personally enjoyed Catherine when it first came out, like in 2010 or something like that.
Great game.
But now they're coming out with the game. It's not just a remaster. It seems to be an enhanced port, kind of like a Persona 4 Golden. But we're going to get a new character in this game. And it seems that there's a controversy surrounding this character, that this character could be a transgender. And a lot of people are underarmed about this because apparently Atlas doesn't know how to handle their, transgender characters. First of all, do you guys believe that this character is a male?
There isn't enough evidence
I'll say
right now.
at this point, no.
Yeah.
Like, one person brought up a good point where when you see Vincent freaking out, like he also freaked out when he saw see Catherine in his bed. So he could just be like he could be like he just woke up and he's just like, oh man, I got a weird night's sleep or whatever. Like, and then he looks to his left and then suddenly sees a vagina in his face and he's freaking out. Like, what the fuck? Whose vagina is this?
It's like it's so simple. It's so simple. It's like, oh my god, my girlfriend will fucking murder me for this. Why did that happen again?
Now, yeah, it could also be he's looking and he's like, oh, there's a dick in my face.
Oh.
That could also be. Okay, here's the thing that.
I mean, but is
this
it
is why I want
flaccid
to
or
talk
hard?
about this.
No.
But okay, this is what bothers me because like people are all I'm automatically assuming, oh, this person's transgender. People who cross dress are not necessarily transgender people. Okay,
They're just traps.
you fucking morons. If you think that, then that just shows a gross ignorance on your part of the plight of a transgender person. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you can't just assume these things right out the gate.
Yeah, we need context for this because we would have to know that this person was once a girl or a boy or whatever. You need context to be a transgender. Right now, all we can say it's probably a trap. Boy dressing up as a girl.
Yep.
That's all we
on the
can
topic. I saw an entire Twitter thread with people just slamming Atlas for how they treated Naoto because apparently people think Naoto is transgender, which I didn't even know was a thing. So
no, I actually saw a video about that.
Yeah, people, talking about transgender issues. Shut the fuck up. You don't know. You don't understand these things. So don't go talking out the mouth of this shit. Just don't do it. If you don't understand something, don't open your mouth.
That one
Naoto's not transgender. I can tell you that for a fact. Being transgender is like being born in the wrong body. All right, you mentally identify as the opposite gender as the body that you were born with. Okay, that has nothing to do with Naoto. Naoto wanted to be respected, so she pretended to be a man. Exactly, that was the point.
It's a social issue. It's a social issue that forces people in specific roles based on their gender. It's not a transgender issue because she fully identified as a woman. She might not be comfortable with the idea because her identity would be revealed, and that's a very personal thing, can destroy reputations and make further work kind of difficulty. But the whole goal of Naruto's story arc in Persona 4 is that she has to get comfortable with the idea of presenting that she's skillful as a woman nonetheless. So that's what's going on. No transgender here.
People didn't take her seriously because she was young. It didn't even have anything to do with her gender
or her sexual preference.
I'm still just sitting here, never.
I didn't know a lot of people thought that Naoto was transgender. I'm like, are you?
So I have discovered possibly the greatest and worst thing ever because of this conversation. There's a Twitter account whose handle is Naoto trans, and every tweet is pretty much yes.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I was trying to look up the original thread I found, but I found this. So,
like, these people annoy me because they think they're helping, but they're not. They're just being obnoxious. And if anything, if I was transgender, I would be offended by something like that because it shows just such a lack of insight. And it shows like these people are so ignorant and they think that they're doing a good job. They want to be a pat. They want that pat on the back. It's like, see, you're doing a good thing. No, you're being an asshole.
So if Atlas did come out and say, yeah, this is a trap, this is a boy dressed up as a girl, is that going to keep you guys from buying the game?
No.
What if the Rin was the only romance option?
Depends on the game. I would not say no.
Honestly, I wouldn't be interested because I'm just not interested in dating a trans person in a video game. At the risk of someone calling me transphobic.
I don't think that makes you transphobic.
I know. I'm just saying some people might jump to that conclusion, though. So,
I think it'd be interesting because it's a game, and that's kind of the cool thing about games. It allows you to do things you wouldn't or can't do in real life. Like I think it'd be interesting if that was the case.
I simply like vagina. I want to date vagina. So.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, at least you're honest about it. It's okay. It's okay.
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
Bao and Blake already know my stand on this thing because I made it very
No, stop it. No.
I mean, it's very open-minded, which is good.
Me personally, I don't really care. We have other options in Catherine. We have 2 other options, and I'll just pick the other options because I like vagina.
I think the real question is
proportion.
Catherine or K Catherine?
Catherine with a K.
C.
Yeah, my boy.
Gotta go with C.
I think people are just blowing this out of proportion, but it's kind of crazy how Atlas hasn't come out to shut this down at all. Like they just didn't say, nah, it's a girl. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Where do you guys get this from?
Publicity.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, no blue.
Because in the long run, it will not hurt the sales because it's not the main focus of the game. But people talk about it. It's there. The most vocal persons will scream out loud, "It's bad!" And the other most vocal persons will call it's good. And in the middle is the most people, and they are like, "Oh, that game looks interesting. Who's that girl? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you have a dick. Well, that's not for me, but hey, and now I know."
But okay, yeah, I think people are just blowing this out of proportion. People are just making it up just because Vincent was looking a certain way, but like Shintai said, he looked at Catherine the same way with the C. And that she's flat chested, but people are just blowing this out of proportion. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know yet. Let's just wait for the game to come out before we hold like Atlas to the stake and shit. Like, come on.
And Atlas know what they're doing. They wanted to drum up this controversy to get people talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think like Bao said that they didn't respond because they're trying to get publicity off of this.
Yeah.
But like these people are just want to be offended. Like they don't really even care. They just want to be angry.
Yeah. And we want to have fun. So, because we want to have fun, let's answer a question from the chat that just came up. Has anybody an idea how to deal with Merciless in Persona 5? Tips and tricks on
be a JRPG god like me and just get through the game.
Such great advice. Be like me. There you go.
Be like a JRPG god. Just slow over the punches. Do a little trial and error, and you be alright. You be alright. Just don't give up. All right, don't turn difficulty down to normal just to beat a boss.
Side effects of being a JRPG god. Side effects of being a JRPG god result
Play
in
Digimon Story Cyrus Sleuth and then say that again on hard mode.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Please
don't turn down.
Please don't. No. You already have to play Nocturne. Step down, Bao. Step down.
And put it on hard mode.
Wait, Digimon Cyrus Sleuth is hard? On hard? Okay.
Yeah. Unforgivably hard.
I'm going to have to keep that in mind for a second.
It's like broken hard.
Like it gets hard to the point where it's not fun.
Yeah, like especially in the beginning, because like you have no items, no really strong Digimon.
Challenge might be accepted later. No, I'm not sure. That's the only question for the chat. Anybody else from the chat has a question before we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, let's now wait a moment.
Side note, do you guys think Beta 3 is coming out this year?
Potentially, yeah, I think so.
Nintendo's kind of been on a roll lately with their releases. Like when they say they're going to release it, then it seems.
And they're already porting Bayonetta 1 and 2, so they have the engine on Switch going.
Yeah.
That's basically the test run, and believe me, at the end of the year, it will probably be there.
Can't really say because that trailer.
Hold on one second.
CG, so. Dreadful
Boredom, shut the fuck up. Biggest motherfucker out there. Shut your ass up. How about that? What would I do?
JRPG
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I'm cool with you and everything, but sometimes, you're right. You are an asshole.
Oh man.
Sometimes that's going a little too far.
I mean, Boredom, have you beaten the bosses that Shadow has beaten in Nocturne yet? That was some business here.
Yeah, and on hard. I mean,
hard. It's business.
There's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to play that game on hard. I actually value my time.
I watched that Matador fight. Oh my god.
I hated that fight was going to be so hard, but damn, it was something else. I'm actually having fun, like, to be honest. As much as I'm like, people think I'm not gonna die, like it's just gonna be easy throughout a lot. Nah, it's on hard. It's one of the hardest JRPGs out there. Of course, I'm gonna struggle. I'm not using game facts. I'm not using YouTube videos. I'm just going in this completely and utterly blind. See, that's what some people don't understand about that. Like anybody can just open up a web browser, open up a fresh new tab, go, oh, how to beat this boss, how to find this. Nah, that's not what I'm doing. All right, I'm doing in this blind as hell.
Going here raw.
Exactly. Only way a JRPG god knows how. Okay. All right. So moving on to the next topic here. The Switch had a successful 2017. I don't think anybody could deny
that's
that.
an understatement.
Do you guys think they're going to keep this momentum going into 2018?
As long as they keep the releases coming. Keep in mind, 2017 had Mario and Zelda in it, so
Yep.
I think they will slow down a bit, but I think the success will be rolling in.
Do you think you'll have another successful year? Like I think people say that 2017 was pretty much the year of Nintendo Switch. Do you think it will be again for 2018? Like the PS4 is going to be pretty much pushed to the side.
I want to say PS will be pushed to the side, but especially if Pokemon comes out, then that's another successful year right there.
Oh my gosh! And
Or
Smash,
Smash.
Smash Bros. Instant success.
Yeah. If we even get a trailer for Smash, it's done.
If they just had some concept art on screen for Smash Brothers on the Switch, people would just sales would skyrocket.
Yeah, like that Metroid 4, just do a JPEG.
Exactly. Just for some random. Pull this off YouTube real quick.
All right, so
ain't there going to be a Direct 2 pretty soon?
Yeah, it's going to be.
It's leaked for Tuesday? No, Wednesday, Friday, something like that. Something leaked for sometime this week.
Yeah, so could hear some stuff that can determine the Switch's future. Or
Well, I
this
mean,
year.
I think they still need to keep the third parties coming. Like the new Valkyrie Chronicles game. I don't know if that's gonna be. Is that PS4 exclusive?
No, it's not.
No, yeah, it's coming to the Switch. Is that getting a PC release? It seems like it should since the first one.
Yes, it has. It has one, but it will come later.
Okay.
So do you guys think there's going to be a Switch refresh, like a Switch 2.0, a Switch DS XL, some shit?
Nintendo Switch.
I feel like eventually, yes, but I feel like it's not needed, honestly.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there'll be like a higher gigabyte model, but
I think
My
what
only
Nintendo-
issue with the Switch, I guess, would be battery life with some more demanding games, but it's
Oh,
kind of it.
I think once
mean,
Nintendo has more time and they get bored in like 2019 or something, they'll probably start working on a new model of the Switch, maybe a Switch Mini for like all the people that have 3DSs that want to Switch but don't really want to fork out the extra cash.
the only thing about that is that they'd have to change the Joy-Cons. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
like
they'll
they're
go all
already
that.
small enough, so
Yeah.
you probably just
One
have to
thing I hope they do-
detachable.
One thing I hope they do, I hope they put the kickstand in like the middle of it. I hate where it's at right up there. It falls down so much.
And the charge port. And the charge port. Move the charge port.
I like
please.
try to put I'm trying to put it on the kickstand in my bedroom. I'm watching some Hulu. That thing falls right out.
Do you guys think they're going to come out with a new Switch, like a more powerful version of the Switch for the most part?
4K dock. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking that'd be cool if they had a stronger, like a dock that can just somehow make it stronger.
That's not.
Really
That's
not
not.
sure.
That's
Because
not
Nintendo's
Nintendo's
never
tactic.
been,
Yeah.
Nintendo's never really been focused on power itself.
Yeah.
It was like a
so,
Sony thing, then sure.
If
But
they
with the way
release
people-
another Switch, they have to call it the Switch 2 Switch Harder.
No.
But I think if a lot of people are complaining about the technical problems with some of the games, like you guys were saying, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there's a lot of technical problems. Like if that continues to happen, they're gonna have to like address that or do something about it.
Okay, what about Switch Hard with a Vengeance?
Now you're just going straight 90s or 80s.
People also complain about the size of the Switch screen.
Live
but I feel like
free
if
or
they made the
Switch
Switch screen
hard?
bigger, it would just be
I could definitely see a bigger Switch. Though. I can't see a smaller
Switch
Switch, I can
itself.
see a bigger one.
A good
That's
day.
it, but
The Switch Hard.
oh my gosh.
They're having too much fun with this.
You really are.
Well, now you have a new video idea. Switch slogans for the next week. I want to see that.
Switch it good.
So,
Switch it.
what's you guys' favorite console this generation so far? The Switch.
I guess. Like in terms of the console itself, the Switch, but library now.
I don't have a Switch, so
Oh, okay.
I just got a PS4, but even then I play my Switch more.
Oh, there you go. I'm pretty sure the PS4 is still my favorite console this generation. The Switch, like I said, it's gonna collect dust after Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is completed.
But Fire Emblem Warriors.
I gotta
Mario
see how
Odyssey.
Archer looks. Well, once I see
Breath
how
of the
Archer
Wild.
looks,
Mario Kart 8.
if it's $20,
This guy at 5
I'll
completed.
you know it's not going to be $20. Get out of here.
well, it's supposed to come out by March. Thought it's supposed to come out by March, so by then
Yo,
it should be $20.
first of all, it's a Koei
No,
Tecmo
it's a
game,
Nintendo
and it's a
game. That's
Nintendo
not
game. Koei Tecmo games and Nintendo games, they have a rare time of dropping.
No, I'd say Tecmo game, Koei Tecmo, their games go down in price pretty easy.
But it still stays within that $30 range.
Okay,
The,
there
thing,
you go.
the problem here is Nintendo. Nintendo games never go down in price.
I mean, if you want to buy it
That's
used,
definitely
that's
true.
a
They let it go
possibility.
down
I
like
mean-
$20 on the Wii U.
Only because the one for the Switch was announced.
Nah. I'm talking about like before even the Switch was even out.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
nah.
did, but honestly, it is a rare case.
Oh yeah, you know why? It's because they dropped the first game when they came out with that other one where it doesn't come with the first game anymore.
Yeah, that's right. When Bayonetta 2 first came out, it came out with
Yeah.
Bayonetta 1. Okay.
Yeah.
It is weird that Nintendo games ever drop in price. Because as someone who works at EB Games / GameStop, like we still sell Mario Galaxy for, I want to say 44 Canadian.
Ah, good
Jesus.
lord.
Well, he's Canadian, so that's like inflated.
It's about
by
$39
$15.
American.
I think
that is.
Galaxy 2 is still pretty expensive. I think Galaxy 1 is cheaper, but 2 is definitely more expensive.
Nintendo just
Their games don't really go down, especially
That's
for
what I'm
the
saying.
second party.
They're quality games.
Okay. All right. So next topic: Persona 3 and Persona 5 Dancing got a Japanese release date for May. Are you guys gonna get this one?
Not sure if I'll get it, but I'm just excited because more Persona songs.
Yeah, I won't get it day one, but I'll pick it up because I like rhythm games.
I'll
Rhythm
torrent the
games.
one. That's what you mean.
I just grab the OSTs and be done with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Nightmare. I might have to do that, but then I saw An in her new dancing outfit, and I'm like,
Yeah, they look pretty
I
clean.
might have to buy it.
On went up in the race. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of
Still ain't no Makoto, but you know.
I mean, I like Persona. I like
That's
Project.
The
Diva.
blondes, you and your
I
blonde,
love Project
they
Diva.
always get you.
Project Diva is fun.
Best girl.
I don't like rhythm games that much or any type of dancing game all that much. But I guess this would probably be the only case where I lower the difficulty on the game because I don't care about it that much. And even that I probably still wouldn't do it. Probably wouldn't allow me to lower the difficulty to easy.
Yeah, you ain't never get down with Buster Groove on PS1. Ah man.
Man, what are you talking about, man? I got Buster Groove on Sega Saturn, bro. Get out.
Dance Revolution.
Okay.
All right. Wait, wasn't that like a puzzle game?
No, you're thinking about Buster Move.
Okay, then I know what you're talking about.
I know that's a weird name for the puzzle game, Buster Move.
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right. Okay, so my last topic for today, Disgaea 5 Complete on Nintendo Switch sold 200,000 copies in less than a year.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's pretty impressive.
I made a video about this recently, but do you guys think people actually played the game?
I definitely don't think they beat it. I think they played it for
Exactly. I don't think people finished the main story.
That's most people nowadays,
I
unfortunately.
remember your tweet and some guy was like, it only takes like 20 hours. And you're like,
It's like, bitch.
Exactly. Yo, I was so mad when I saw that reply to me. I'm like, bitch, are you stupid? Like, it does not take
That's
20
missing out
hours
like
to finish this
90%
5.
of the content.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping like he forgot the extra zero.
Yeah, because the main story of the Sky 5 takes about like 40 hours. Even if you're bum rushing through the game, you go through the item world, you level up some accessory that level up all your stats. It's still going to take a while to do that.
Yeah, because some stages are also like puzzle stages. You can't just like beat them with raw power. You got to like use the
exactly.
Unless your mind is transcended and you're somehow a god at the game. Good luck.
And that non-billion level. I mean, doing a non-billion damage.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that guy was talking about. But the Disgaea 5 on the Switch selling this much, that's pretty good. It seems that Nippon Ichi, they're going to focus on the PS4 and the Switch going into 2018.
That's good because I'm tired of the Vita like holding stuff back. I mean, even though the Disgaea games never really were held back on the Vita, but I think the Switch is where they should go to move away from the Vita when we're talking about a portable version.
Okay. So that's all the topics I got. I see a question in the chat from Dreadful Boredom.
Voice.
He asks, when is game length too much?
When you get bored of it.
Usually,
when you start realizing that it's getting long.
Skyrim?
I mean,
Pretty much.
depends on the
kinda.
game, right? Like there are some games
Yeah.
where they're super short, but it's like, yeah, it feels right. It said all it needed to say.
Sonic Mania.
It did everything it needed
Yeah.
to do, and it's done. Well, there are some games where they don't feel right being short, and then it's like, well, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Sonic
Where's
Forces.
the rest of the game?
See, I rather have a game that is short and has me longing for more than having a game that goes on for all eternity and I lost all interest 50 hours ago.
See, no, but you can have a game as long or short as you want. The only thing is that you need a price metric. Sonic Mania, for example, is like $19, and you get a good amount for that. Sonic Forces, on the other hand, is an extra $40, and it feels even shorter than Mania, which is gross.
I don't know if I like the idea of attaching length to the value of the game, because there's no way to really quantify that kind of thing.
Well, if a game was like 5 hours, I'm not gonna pay like $60 for it.
No, yeah, me neither. But I'm just
The
saying.
Order 1886.
I was about to say that.
But at the same time, you could see why that's a $60 game. Like they put a lot of fucking time and money into it. The game looks visually like super impressive.
Persona 5, like the main story is like a little less than 100 hours, I think. And while personally I didn't feel any of those 100 hours, I could see why some people are saying it's too long. I think an average JRPG is around 35 to 40 hours. Yeah. Anything longer than 40 hours, you're kind of going into long territory. 60 hours might be the sweet spot, but anything maybe more than that, it's kind of long. And
I remember the days when JRPGs were 80 hours long and had so much content to offer.
Well, it's just looking at the main story. We're not looking at any other side content and any other thing.
I'm still talking about the main story.
Yeah, okay. 80 hours long, JRPGs win.
Which games?
Let me give you like Persona 3, Persona 5, and Persona 4. These two are 80 hours long at average.
Okay, not most games.
3 and 4 took me
RPGs are that
60,
long.
roughly.
What about Final Fantasy 7?
Final Fantasy 7 is like maybe
it's like 30 to
game?
40 story wise.
Yeah, it's not that long.
Well, yeah, FF7, that game's time, like the amount of time you put into it gets really bloated when you put into consideration like all the secret weapons, getting all the materia, hitting all the ultimate weapon, ruby weapon, emerald weapon.
Yeah, if you want to do all that, well, you're just talking about the main story. Final Fantasy 7 is not that long either way.
Well, we will see about that when I go again through it.
So does that ever turn any of you off if you hear a game is like 100, 200 hours long, just the main story?
It wouldn't turn me off, but it might make me not want to approach it at that moment if I don't feel like I want to commit that much to a game.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to play.
That's where I'm at with the first Xenoblade. Like I've heard just how insanely long it is, and I'm like, yeah, I want to play it because everyone strokes that game's dick off furiously. But
that's what I'm playing too. I forgot I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles. I kind of stopped because I know it's long and I got other games coming out that I want to play. But man, I forgot.
Thinking back, I don't really recall it being too crazy long.
I was going to play Legend of Dragoon on PS1.
I mean,
but
that's
I decided
the kind
against
of
it
game
because of the length.
Oh yeah,
it drops its pants, it hits the bed.
It was 4 discs long.
Alrighty, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have.
Here's another question.
What's the other question? Anybody want to read that question? It's from Dreadful. Somebody read that question. I'm not.
What would be the differences of edgy and dark writing? Can you guys list some examples and list the differences?
That's a long and convoluted thing. Ask me that when I'm on stream.
I feel dark writing has a lot to do with atmosphere that can help it. Because when I think of a dark game, I think of Shadow Hearts, the original. The game didn't get too edgy with people being murdered here and there, but it was just the atmosphere and the sense of dread.
Or Digital Devil Saga. That was kind of dark.
Yeah.
So when do you cross the line between dark and just shock value?
If you cut somebody's head off and you later use that head as a flashlight.
I mean, I think the biggest difference is
What? Why are you laughing? That's an example from God of War 3.
What the hell?
Yeah, God of War 3.
I
Put
forgot
yeah.
about
and use as a light.
It's like yes, he grabs Kratos grabs the head of Helios, the god of light, and rips off his head, and then proceeds to use it as a flashlight.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
true. I beat that game. But I
How
think
about
the
when he
main,
do? Oh no, I'm going to get into it. Go ahead.
like the main thing is just with shock value. I think is not the right term to use.
No.
It should be more forced shock. The difference is from something just being dark and something having like shock value or forced shock is that it's there specifically for the intention of being shocking and not because it adds anything to the story or the characters. Like you can have a shocking moment and it can have like ramifications in the story or like have an effect on the characters, but if it's there specifically for the intention of grossing out the audience and it doesn't actually add anything, then that's what I would say is like, shock value.
I saw the perfect example. Anyone remember that game Hatred that came out a few years back?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, damn, that had a lot of controversy behind it.
Yeah.
Like that's an edgy game.
That's an edgy game
Yep.
all
It
along. Because
definitely
it,
is.
Good one.
So it's
It
not
has-
shocking. It's more edgy,
No.
not shocking.
it's very edgy. It has nothing to offer. It's just a game where you murder everything for no apparent reason.
Yeah, there's no
That's
story.
all.
It's completely
So-
worthless.
Yes,
It's a worthless game.
and that's what edginess mostly is. It's just wanting to be dark, even if you have no reason to be dark.
I kind of liken it to like a 12-year-old's understanding of what maturity is. Like a 12-year-old would think like something is more mature because it's like hyper violent. When
It's
in
like-
reality, when you grow up, you realize that's not what makes something mature.
It's like those commercials or cartoons where they show violent games.
Yeah.
Portray them as just somebody getting blown up, shooting people.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like I remember when I was 12, I thought shit like Ninja Scroll was like really bad.
I used to love watching Ninja Scroll for reasons.
Just watched that.
Oh, my.
Because when you were 12, you also thought that.
We thought it was cool, but we also saw it as stupid. But
Really,
stupid
the
fun.
entire time.
Yeah.
Not when you're 12. When you're 12, you think it's like the fucking coolest shit.
Yes, of
I'm pretty
course.
sure if I was
I
12
will
and
admit,
watched that,
I did
thought-
watch it as a kid, and I thought it was freaking awesome.
Exactly. And I'm not saying Ninja Scroll isn't awesome, but it's also like, it's just
think
an
if you're a
action
kid, you make it a
anime. There's nothing
misconception.
really deep about it.
Yeah.
It's
You're
not
making a
mature.
misconception that snakes don't exactly crawl out of women's vaginas.
Yeah, I enjoy watching Ninja Scroll as a kid for reasons.
Raisins.
Ninja Scroll's
So,
fucking awesome.
any more questions in the chat?
I got one. What do you think is going to be shown at the NIS event? A new Disgaea, maybe?
Mhm,
I
probably.
don't think the new Disgaea is actually going to come out because I think that announcement will be for Japan for the most part. Because I think this is more of an American thing, or
Okay.
Western. That's what I think it is. I think they're going to announce they're probably ports to the PC of the other Disgaea games like Disgaea 3, Disgaea 4, and Disgaea D2.
Mhm. I think it's about time though we get a new Disgaea because it feels like it's been a while since.
Oh,
5.
it's been a while. I almost had to make a video about that. It's been a long time. I think Disgaea 5 came out in 2015, I want to say.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually
it's
hoping
been-
for a new IP.
Same. I hope the main characters are human this time. Back because we haven't had a human main Disgaea character in a minute.
Who has been human? Haven't they all been demons?
Yeah,
Man,
all-
Adele
I think
was
one of them-
started out implied as a human.
Oh yeah, it was
Oh,
implied
yeah.
he is a Nintendo, so
Oh yeah, I did. And then Disgaea 3 now was a demon. Disgaea 4 Vivatorius.
yeah, they've all been demons.
Yeah, they all been demons. I would love for a new Disgaea game to come out. Like I said, I love Disgaea, and I would love Disgaea 6 to be announced. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Probably going to talk about the mobile Disgaea game that they're giving to Asagi. Poor Asagi.
Yeah,
No, that was insane.
she's been trying to get her own game for the longest time, and they put her in a mobile game. That is so fucked up.
It's like his own meta joke.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Probably try it out for a week and then-
question. What are your thoughts on games for girls?
I mean, depends on what we are talking here. Are we talking about the shovelware games for girls that we
Like
have
Barbie?
seen over the years? Or are we talking about real games targeted at at girls and mature women, like that.
Like
Yeah.
Tomb Raider or
Joseph.
Yeah, we're talking about that. Like
See,
Tomb Raider, I
see,
like Tomb Raider.
I'll give you that.
Because-
Later Atelier game or Atelier,
I think we don't-
however you want.
Yo, those are girl games. I'm sorry.
Those are literally
I can't
girl
play those games myself. I can't do
That
it.
sounds so wrong, guys.
I know it
Feels
probably- I know
like
it
this.
probably does.
Games for girls that give you
I
cooties.
can't. I tried to play
The
the one with the
older, like,
and I was
PS2
like, okay, this is better, but I'm not gonna play it right now. But
Yeah,
every
the
other
PS2
game looks so
Atelier games weren't that girly. I don't know. They changed. They
I don't know
changed
what-
that when they went into the PS3 era. All the Atelier games suddenly got like super like flowery and girly.
Yeah.
cute and stuff like that. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't
Oh, you know what? That's another thing that they were talking about. I forgot who it was, but they were NIS was saying that they want to go back and bring back some of the older games from their line.
Cool.
Let's get one thing straight. I don't have any problem with the Atelier games. They're just not my cup of tea. I'm just not gonna play them. I mean, if
try the
somebody gave it to me for free, I'll try it out. But I haven't tried out Atelier games since like the PS3 days. I haven't
See,
played.
my
a single
problem
one.
is that they seem to follow me and that there are so many of them.
Yeah,
You
it's
should really
There is a lot of them.
I can't believe how many games are. They were like Call of Duty at one point, coming out with one game a year. I was like, holy shit! Like what the
Yep.
fuck? But I just
Yeah.
can't play. I don't know. I just can't play. And they seem too cute to be cute, and I'm like, I can't play this. I mean,
But
I
again,
probably
I
could.
think-
I just don't want. I just don't want to personally put my money in. And
No,
I
I
think
I
that's-
understand that. Like I
Yeah.
fell off the series during the PS3 days because they just like kept releasing so many of them. They all look so fucking shitty to me as well.
Oh man.
yeah, exactly. That's one of the reasons.
and,
too.
and, and I really like the PS2 ones. The PS2 ones are like really good.
Like,
That's
man,
why,
like,
like, at first, I was like, "Oh yeah, let's play the PS3 ones," and then I'm like, "What the fuck did they do?"
Mhm.
I don't know. They went into
The
the
only
era.
one of them I liked was Atelier, Esha, and Logi. Like
Yeah,
That's because they had a guy.
that's logic, that one.
that one's really good.
That one was really good. I don't know. Maybe if I see a Steam sale for an Atelier game for like $20, I'll try to. I'll get it and see what's up.
Hmm.
But other
Again,
than
I
that,
think-
I'm not gonna go
But
out.
I think my idea of a game is in a game that appeals to both genders or everything in between, the colorful rainbow. Because I think it's more. I think we are all humans. We all have specific emotions. We all are similar to each other, and that connects us. So I think that a
That was deep.
general.
I was going to say Nightmare getting deep with it.
And I think there can be a universal appeal. We see that, for example, with Overwatch. I see Overwatch, and a lot of girls seem to like Overwatch because they treat their characters with respect and try to look at it from multiple perspectives. And I agree that that is a good idea. So the question is, how do we get people? How do we get the appeal? And I think it's also a part of marketing and getting the good word out. That's just what I say.
Mm-hmm.
Another question in the chat: is a gaming crash coming?
I don't know.
I don't
I
I
think.
don't think
I think
so.
it's fine.
I don't think so, unless like EA had control with the loot boxes and stuff like that. And that's
Yeah, but EA is not part of the main what we call gaming, technically speaking, because they're just in their own little universe. And if they crash, what happens? Well, a lot of other people will pick up the slack. Safer game companies with better ideas will come up. There is no gaming crash. I'm
I would
pretty
think-
sure about that.
The only possibility is like North Korea nuking like Japan and killing off Nintendo, but
Yeah, that would probably
I don't
be a
think that. If something
shame.
happens to Japan, my whole way of life is screwed.
basically.
Well, I hope they do that while E3 or something is going on, that all are out of there, and then
Wow, nightmare.
yes, and then we establish.
Minds are outside of it.
And then we build a
Yeah, just
colony
ruin
of
someone's
Japanese
day.
developers that they can't leave. And shit, I'm just remaking the Guilty Gear plot at this point.
You just ruined someone's day.
Aww. hey, I just want to have the best possible outcome out of the worst possible situation.
We just got 2 dislikes on the stream.
No, that's normal. That's normal. That's normal.
Oh man. All right. So one last question. I'll take this question. And that's it. And we're gonna head out of here from dreadful boredom again. How much would you spend on a game, not including special editions? The max I go for a game, not including special editions, is probably about $70.
Blake needs to answer this one. Go ahead,
Oh,
Blake.
yes.
How much did you spend on Super Robot Wars V?
No, shut up! Shut up! No, stop talking. Nah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Blake balling.
As for the podcast, I demand you share that story with us.
Okay,
I'll
so
tell the story.
no, shut up. Okay, because Bab's probably gonna make me sound like a dick. But all right, so long story short, I'm a big fan of Super Robot Wars series. I wanted to play the game Super Robot Wars V because I just got a PS4 Black Friday. Ordered it on Black Friday as well. They had a sale on PlayAsia. PlayAsia told me like 2 weeks. Cool. It came like 2 days ago. But that's besides the point. So then I got tired of waiting. So I got some currency. I bought it digitally. Tried to cancel my order. They told me, hey, it's too far gone. It's on a boat in the middle of the fucking ocean somewhere. We can't cancel it for you. So I was like, well, damn. So I have 2 copies of the game now, but in total I spent around $210 Canadian on the game. Let's not talk about it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He lives in Canada, plus he imported, so each copy is basically $100.
Jesus.
What the hell? Oh my god.
That's life in Canada.
So
No,
anyone
no,
looking to
that's-
buy it off me? Anyone looking to buy it off
That's-
me?
That's the life of
Hey,
Blake.
that has
more or less.
sentimental value now.
I was gonna say I'm holding on to that. That's putting that in a frame. My kids are gonna be like, "Daddy, why is that in a frame?" Be like, "Well, kids,
Oh,
don't do
boy.
deals with
Don't
PlayAsia.
buy play from PlayAsia anymore.
Don't buy from PlayAsia." Screw that. I'm going digital from now on.
No, we don't support that. Just in case the JRPG God gets sponsored.
We
So,
disavow this guy.
So I'm curious, what is you guys' limits like when it comes to non-special editions and how much you would spend on a game?
I mean, if
It was,
it's a game I really want to play, I'll pay full price. But I guess
I mean, you gotta keep in mind the special editions only come taxed with things. Like for example, the Shadow of War special edition was $400 in Canada, and it came with like a statue, like an actual dragon statue.
Fuck that.
Someone actually ordered it, was excited, and opened it up in the store, and I was like, "Why are you doing that? How do you have this much disposable income?"
If it was an
I-
import, I would play up to $80, $90, depending on what it is. If it was like a must play, something akin to maybe Persona or like Smash Brothers, that I absolutely love, yes.
Oh, yeah, your
Otherwise, I
Persona
only pay
5
like
got
I'm gonna-
65
in it.
max.
I'm gonna have to throw off some mad shade, but the most I ever paid was for the Nier Automata, which I think was like $200, and I didn't sell it, unlike a certain someone we know. I think you all know who. I don't even need to say it.
I think you do.
Oh, you want me to say it?
Yeah, say it.
Blandrew.
Wait, but what? He sold it?
He sold his
He
special
sold it.
edition of Nier Automata.
Landrew has fallen.
Like for a stupid high price, or was it basic
I
price?
mean, did he get a
Nah,
profit?
I don't know. All I know is that he sold it, and
Nah, I think he said
I feel that as someone who's beaten the game, which he hasn't either, I think I've dethroned Blandrew as the official Nier hype man.
Yeah, you pretty much have. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
How the
I think
mighty
he said he
have
scalped,
fallen.
so he made some
I'm sorry,
money.
when you're that into Nier, how are you gonna sell your special edition like that?
Yeah, this man was the Nier
Ambassador.
priest.
He was.
I mean, that's like me selling my Xenoblade Chronicles 2 special edition. I got like something to value with that. It's like my baby. I took selfies with that thing.
Why did he do that?
Selling my
Why-
Persona
why-
5 limited edition. That ain't never gonna happen.
Yeah, I
selling my
that,
Digimon
that was
collection.
good. That Persona 5 special edition was like fucking nice.
The poor fucker.
I'm also getting the special edition for Yakuza 6.
Oh, see, everybody's gonna get that. Well, the special.
I gotta chill
Dude,
out.
that comes with like these alcohol glasses. They look fucking great. Like
Oh, I did see those.
whiskey
They do
shots or
look
something,
nice.
like with dragon indentations on the glass. It looks awesome.
How much is it?
The special edition?
Yeah.
Let me check my orders.
That sounds like it's gotta be like a good $100 or something like that. That
It
sounds.
was, yeah, I remember it being something like that.
I don't know. Like
Okay.
for special editions, my
Okay, it
limit.
was, yeah, it was $72.
That's not bad.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not. You get the steel book. You get the nice box. You get these the glasses, like I said, and 2 ice stones, 2 coasters. So it's pretty
Actually
good.
stuff I've used. too. I think in the collector's edition, I've only ever used a bottle opener from the Dead Island collector's edition.
I don't think I used any special edition item. Like I kind of think that special editions are kind of worthless. I
wanted to use the USB that came with Xenoblade Chronicles X, but it was so small, I just tossed it back in the box.
Really?
like
It's
what was
probably-
the size of the USB?
Not even a gig.
Not even a gig? And you pay that much? Is it
Not
what?
even a gig.
Bruh.
You can't do anything with that.
It looked cool.
That's not even enough to
Post a
put my
link in
head
the
on.
chat with
Jeez.
the special edition for Yakuza 6 looks like.
That zombie hand can opener or bottle opener has been getting me through some tough times.
Alrighty, people. We're gonna end the stream here. We're gonna do our outros here. I got a consistent almost 50 people watching, but I only got 24 likes. Well, you know,
That's
if you're
not
sitting
acceptable.
around, lurking around, you know, just hit the like button. Or after the video, if you're just watching, listening, just hit the like button.
So
We're gonna go with outros here. Blake, go ahead.
Yo, thanks for having me, guys. It's been fun. I'm gonna plug my channel in your chat if you don't mind. Never mind. It says I can't put addresses. Well, screw my life. Anyway, I'm probably gonna be streaming probably gonna finish Super Robot Wars V this week. Then I'm doing some more Doki Doki Literature Club tonight. Someone please end my suffering. Galgun 2, Nightmare will tell you it broke him mentally yesterday. And probably be streaming.
Why did I watch this?
But yeah, that's it for me.
Go ahead, Souls.
Yeah, you guys check me out over at Souls, and on Twitter at Souls0Souls. And I'm gonna be doing some streams too. Probably gonna be streaming this game called Hover Revolt of Gamers. It looks like a pretty cool game if you like what is it called? Jet Set Radio or stuff like that. So definitely, check me out.
Nightmare.
Nightmare Alpha here. You can find me online. New stuff is coming. I'm collecting money to get a new copy of Final Fantasy VII because Shintai bugs me still to play this translation patch, and I'm like, okay, so that is coming.
You make it sound like I'm sliding in your DMs daily.
It's just you bugged me with it, and I'm like, it's in my head. I can't get it out, and he's not talking about much different. Like, no. So I'm doing that. So I'm doing that to finally be done with that.
Shintai, go ahead.
Hey, it's Shintai. I just recently released a video on FF9 called the FF9 and the Art of Small Details. Please check that out on Shintai Reviews, my YouTube channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, at Shintai Reviews.
Go ahead, Bob.
Thanks for having me on. As always, had a lot of fun this week. You can find me on YouTube at Bowser Carriga. My link is in the description of this video. Or you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Real Bowser Carriga. And I'm trying to get out a big video over the next 2 days, which will have a long overdue rant on Final Fantasy 15. So stay tuned for that.
Good man. And of course, this is your JRPG god, the best JRPG player out there, actually outplaying JRPGs on the hardest difficulty, playing Nocturne. I'm going to go back and play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 real quick. And that's it. Appreciate you guys for coming out. And hit that like button. Hit that like button.
I have to club you. You forgot Souls.
What was that?
You forgot Souls.
No, I went.
You went?
Yep.
What's wrong with my head today?
Galgun's still in your head, Nightmare.
I just want to get out there.
Alrighty, chat. Alrighty, guys. Peace.
See ya.
Audio.